Hi, I'm Dana with Offers of Envy. This tutorial is called Baby Clover, and it's going to be in 5 parts. As you can see, we have a few colors here. This can be made in any color using either rondelles or bicones, pearls, anything that you will think would look nice. The first part is going to be making the seed bead ring. The second part is the crystal ring. The third part will be the crystal bale, and the fourth part is going to be the clover. And then at the end we'll have a how to assemble this bracelet with this stretchy guitar wire string that's going to be on here. I did make a PDF and I have a link below that will take you to the ability to purchase for $5 if you don't feel like listening to the whole tutorial, or you just also want something in writing. That link will take you so you can buy the PDF, and there'll also be a link if you wanted to buy kits, but you can use any of your own materials, of course. And if you do like the project, I would love it if you'd subscribe to my channel, and that will alert you to any new projects coming up. I really appreciate your support, and I hope you love making this bracelet. Thank you. Let's start with component 1, which is a small seed bead ring made up of 12 seed beads in 2 colors, size 11s. Gonna pick up alternating color, a total of 6 pair, 12 seed beads. Okay. Then you're gonna tie them around in a circle. Leave about a 4 or 5 inch tail. You're gonna go back through all of them again, and then go through one more time. Make sure you don't skip any. You can go through 1 at a time, 2 at a time, 3, whatever is easiest for you. I'm gonna go all the way around, and you'll know you've completed the circle once you're in the same place the tail is. Go through a couple more beads, go forward through them. And here's where you're gonna tie your half hitch knot. Okay. And then just after you tie the knot, go forward a couple more beads, pull tight, and that's gonna get rid of that knot. It'll hide it under one of the seed beads, and you can cut that off. And now you need to just tie a half hitch knot with the tail in the same way. So you go forward a couple of beads, tie your knot, go forward a couple more beads to hide the knot, and pull tight and cut. And there you have your seed bead ring, which you're gonna make a total of 32. Now we'll make component 2, which is a crystal bicone ring made up of 7 bicone crystals. I'm gonna pick up the 7 bicones and leave a 4 or 5 inch tail. And go back through all of them, make sure you don't skip one. Pull gently because crystals have a tendency to break threads, so you don't want to pull too tight. Then you're going to go back through them all again. Okay, and just pass the tail thread by at least one of the bicones. Then you can tie your half hitch knot. Go forward 1 or 2 bicones. Pull tight to hide the knot. And then you can cut the thread, and then string your tail thread, tie a half hitch knot in the same way. And you want to go forward a bead, tie a knot, and go forward another bead, pull a little bit, then you're going to cut it, and there you have your bicone ring. You need to make a total of 16. We are on to component 3, which is the bale. It's just a right angle weave unit. It's made up of 7 bicones, some 11s and 15s. So we're gonna start by picking up an 11, a bicone, an 11, and a bicone. Circle around and leave a 4 or 5 inch tail. Go back through all of them again, and then go forward through till you're coming out of a bicone. Now you're gonna pick up an 11, a bicone, and an 11. Go back through the bicone, up the side 11, and through the bicone. And pick up an 11, a bicone, and an 11. Go through the bicone, the side 11, and through the bicone. You're going to repeat this till you have a total of 7 bicones. So we're picking up another 11, a bicone, and an 11, going through the bicone, up the side 11, and through the bicone. Pick up an 11, a bicone, and an 11, go through the bicone, up the side bicone, up the side 11, and through the bicone, and you're going to pick up an 11, a bicone, and an 11, through the bicone, up the side 11, through the bicone, and now I'm going to reinforce the unit just to tighten it up and straighten it out a little. So you can turn it around, and you're going to go down through the side 11, the bicone, the side 11. This just firms it up a little bit. Side 11, bicone, through the side 11, and the bicone, and the side 11, and the bicone. And you're going to do this till you get to the bottom bicone. You're going to be coming out of that bottom bicone. Fold it over so you have the top and the bottom bicone together. And in order to close the circle, you need to pick up an 11 and go through the opposite bicone. Pick up another 11, go back through the bicone you started from, and circle around just to tighten it up through the side 11, bicone, the side 11, and the bicone. And one more time through the 11 because you want to be coming out of side 11. Now I put this on an armature to make it a little bit easier to put the 15s in. So I'm just going to put that on, and you're coming out right here out of an 11, and you're going to pick up a 15 and go through the next 11. I'm going to do this so you could see it coming from the top. Pick up another 15, just keep going around. And once you reach the end, going through each of your 11s, you're going to just circle around and tighten it up a little bit. Make sure you don't skip any. Just go all the way around through the 11s and the 15s. That just firms it up a little bit. Okay, and then you're going to over through one of the bicones to get to the other side to start adding the 15s, and you're going to go up through a side 11. And if you haven't done it too tight, you should be able to take it off and switch it so that it's easier now to add the 15s. Okay, so you're going to pick up 15, go through the 11, a 15 through the 11, and again, just do this all the way around. And again, once you reach the end, you're going to go through them all again. Once you've gone through them all again, then you can tie your half hitch knot because the veil is complete. Make a knot, go forward a couple, hide your knot, and then you can cut that off. And put a needle on the tail thread. If you're having any trouble getting it through your needle, you just want to use your fingernails. Kind of flatten that thread out a little bit, and it makes it go through a little bit easier. I'm just going through a bicone to get to the other side to tie it a little bit easier since I'm already on this outside section. So make your half hitch knot. Of course, you don't want to lose your thread, your needle from your thread. All right, so I'm gonna put that back on, and I've already tied the knot. I'm gonna go forward a couple, pull tight, and cut. Okay, there you have your bails. You need to make 8 of these. Now we're going to work on component 4, which is the clover with a bail. In this black and gold one, I used 4mm rondelles and then the black accent bead around the 15 golds. But you can also use 3 4mm bicones as I did in this sample with an all gold bail or whatever color combination you like. So we're going to start by picking up 4 of the 4mm rondelles. I'm going to go back through them, leaving a 4 to 5 inch tail, and go forward one more so that you have them in a circle. And then you're going to pick up a 15 and go straight through the next rondelle. Pick up another 15, go through the next rondelle, and you're going to repeat this till you have 1 15 in between each of the rondelles. All right, now once you've added the 15 in between each one, you're going to go forward through a 15 and pick up 5 15s and go through the next 15. And you're going to pick up another 5 15s, go through the next 15, You're going to do this 2 more times so that you go all the way around with 5. I like to hold on to the tail just to keep it tight, and it's easier to grasp that way. So here you're going to go through this 15 right here. Now once you've added the 15s all around, we're going to add that top layer. So you're going to go forward through the rondelle and pick up another 15, and just like before, you're going to go through the rondelle. See how it adds that nice decorative one at the top? And you're going to do that all the way around. Pick up a 15, go through the rondelle, pick up another 15, go through the rondelle, and one more, so you have a total of 4 through the rondelle. Okay, so that's the clover part. Now you want to relocate. You're coming out of a rondelle. You want to go down through this original 15 here and then up through 3. Right now that's 2. So you went through the original and then 1, 2. You want to go to the third one. So that's the middle of the 5 units. Remember we added the 5 seed beads around. So you're coming out that middle one. And here's where you're going to do a little bit of right angle weave. You're going to make 9 right angle weave units out of the 15s. So you're going to pick up 3 15s and go back through the middle one that you're coming out of originally and pull. You're going to go up the side 15 and through the top, and that will complete your first right angle weave unit. You're going to pick up 3 more, go back through the top. You're going to go up the side and through the new top bead. So you're going to repeat that 7 more times for a total of 9. Pick up the 3, go back through the top. Now you're going up the side and through the top. So now you have 1, 2, 3 units. Pick up 3 more, go up the side and through the top. And meet me back once you have your 9 total units. You'll be coming out the top. Okay, we're back with the 9 units of right angle weave coming out the top. And now we're going to add the 11 accent beads going down the side. So you want to relocate down to a side bead. This is also going to make it easier to get straight and to handle it. So you're going to pick up an accent 11 and go down through the next side 15. And you're going to follow that down through to the next side one, all the way down the side, and this you'll see it'll start to straighten out the unit. I did switch to a size 12 needle because going back and forth through some of these 11s, it can be a little bit tight, so the smaller needle actually makes it a lot easier. Okay, and then once you get to the bottom, you're going to cross over that original 15 that we came in, that was the middle between the sets of 5, and then you're going to go up through the other side bead. Do the same on this side. Pick up an accent 11, go up in the side bead, and just continue that all the way to the top. You can see it's becoming a little bit easier to work with, straightening out too. You feel free to pick any colors that you want, and if you like the old gold or you like a two-tone look, I've used pearls. You could use just about anything you want. Okay, now we're going to go back through the top 15. This is where it gets a little tricky. All right, so you're going to fold it backwards. So here's the front, and we are going to fold it, turn it over, fold it over, and this top 15, you're going to connect to the top of the first right angle weave unit. Not that first bead that we came, the middle 15, but the top of the right angle weave unit, the first one. So I'm picking up a 15, and I'm going to show you. We're going right into this one. See how that's the top of that unit? And we're going to pick that up, and we're going to go through there. You're going to pick up another 15 and go back through the original top that we were coming out of. Okay, and that connects the unit, but now you want to reinforce it. So you're going to go down through that. We're going to go back down through the side bead that you just added, back through the top of that unit, up the side bead. So you've reinforced it now, and you'll notice that there's a missing 11. in between where we just connected that unit. So you're coming out this side 15, you're gonna pick up an accent 11 and go up through the 15, so that fills it in. Now you're gonna cross over this 15 because you wanna get to the other side to add the 11 on the other side. Then you're gonna go back down through the side 15 right here, pick up an 11, back through the side, okay? And now you're just gonna go through to get back down to tie off some threads. And if you need to, sometimes when you, let's go back down through the side here. Sometimes there's like a little gap here, so I like to tighten it up. You're coming out of that top bead again, and I'm just gonna go down through these two and through that middle one and pull a little tight. Just relocate through a few beads, because now you're just gonna tie a half hitch knot. Okay, so now it's nice and tight there. So I just went forward through a few beads, doesn't matter which ones. You're gonna tie that half hitch knot, and again, relocate through some more beads, 2, 3 beads. Pull tight and you can cut that off. And now we just need to cut the tail thread off by relocating and tying a half hitch knot. Okay, so you can just go forward a couple beads, tie that knot, go through a few more to hide the knot, and cut it off. And that is your final component. Got your little baby clover, and you're gonna need to make 8 of these. So once you have everything made, we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you how to assemble. Okay, we're back and we're ready to assemble the bracelet. Boy, that was a lot of hard work if you made it this far and got 8 sets of everything. So you would have 32 of the seed bead rings, 16 of the crystal bicone rings, 8 of the bails, and 8 of the clovers. And the way we're gonna string this is on this stretchy guitar string. If you don't have this, you can make a herringbone chain. You can put it on a bangle that has those atta beads. You could put it on a necklace, whatever you choose to put it on. But the 32 components and the 16, 8, and 8, that's what fits on this stretchy guitar string band. So how we're gonna string this is we're gonna start with a seed bead ring, a crystal ring, another seed bead ring, and a bail, a seed bead ring, crystal ring, a bail, and the clover. This completes one of the 8 sets of how you're gonna make this bracelet. When you have the 7th set and maybe even half of the 8th set put on, come back and I'm gonna show you how to connect it. As you get close to the end, so you're gonna have to push the beads down and really kind of stretch these out in order to get all of the components on the band. And don't worry about it, because what'll happen is it stretches, so when you have it all done, it's gonna fit really nice where you don't really see any of the guitar string. And that's what you're gonna need to add a little bit of extra of these components. That's why we have 8 sets, so that when you stretch it onto your hand, it really fills in the whole band. So meet me back here after you have the 8 on, and I'm gonna show you how to close the guitar string. Okay, you should have your 8 sets of components on, and it should look like this. And now you're just gonna pull down and hold, make sure you don't drop it, so they will all fall out. Okay, so you're just gonna kind of pull a little bit to give yourself some space to work with, and you're gonna turn this one away from you and the small pointed side towards you. Stick them together, push them in, and then you're just gonna screw them together as many times as you feel will go around. I like to do at least 3 or 4 to make it nice and tight. That way you know it's in there and not gonna come apart. Okay, and there you have it. Your bracelet is done. You can wear it one of 2 ways, where you have the little clovers down, so when your hand is down you can see it like this. If you're on the computer all the time and your hand is always up, you might want to wear it like this so that you can see the clovers while you're having your hands, out. Totally your choice. I hope you all had a great time making these, and I thank you very much.